everyone, back again with me Catherine, and today we're going to make a dream catcher. I'm sure a lot of you has heard what a dream catcher is. A dream catcher is a craft that a lot of Native American uses on their beds and hanging on the windows to catch dreams. They believe that the night airs bring all kinds of dreams, good dreams and bad dreams. So it has two parts of it. It has like a net shape on top, and it has like a little dangling feathers down there. So the little feathers that dangles down there is supposed to be delivering the good dreams to you softly through the feathers and into your good night dreams. And the net up there is to catch all the bad dreams, and the little beads there will hold it until the morning sun come and burst them off. So first what we're gonna need is our popsicle sticks. It's up to you what shape you want it to be. You can make like a triangle shape for the net. So you only need 3 if you're gonna do that. But for now, we're gonna do a hexagon. Hexagon means 6 sides. It's a shape that has 6 sides. So you're gonna lay it out until it makes this beautiful honeycomb shape. Just like that. And then next is we're gonna need our paper. These ones is to make the feathers, but if you do have real feathers, I think that will be great too. But we don't really have feathers, so we're gonna make our own feathers from the paper. And then we have our colorful beads. These beads are made out of wood, but you can just use any kind of beads that you have at your house. And then we also have strings. This string is going to be the net, and also it's going to be the one that's holding the feathers later. And then we have our usual arts and craft tool, which is scissors, penknife, and sticky tape, our dear friend sticky tape. And last but not least is optional. If you are going to make your own feathers, you might want to get some watercolor sets, so we can paint on some colors on the feather so it will look more cheerful. Alright, let's start. One thing that I almost forgot, but it's very crucial to have, is glue. You can use normal school glue or glue that made for roots, or you can always use this kind of hot glue gun. It's very easy to use, but be very careful when you're doing it with kids because it's hot. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to lay out the shapes that we want. Since I'm going to do a hexagon, I'm going to lay it out just like this. 6 sides, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So now we're gonna spread it around until you're happy with the shapes. So yep, I'm pretty happy with how it looks like right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take off the top part. So the 3 top part, I'm going to put it aside and start putting on glue on it. Make sure it's hot. How do you know it's hot is to test it out. Oops, alright. It's hot enough. Put one over there, go across over here, and another one there. So you want to put glue on where the sticks are overlapping. That. Then you can start putting on the top part of the frame. And the last one. And there you have it, our hexagon frame for our Dreamcatcher net. So next up we're going to have our string, and then we're going to want to tie it up on one corner here. Gonna tie it up just like that. Make sure you double knot it so it won't loose when you're pulling the strings. Cut off the excess, and then you want to measure roughly just to go around a few more times around it. So just do it like this just to measure roughly how long I want my string to be. So yeah, it's about that size is perfect. I'm going to cut off the very end. And now we're going to put on some beads into it. So what you want to do is to twirl it around and put on some tape around it so it'll be sharp and pointy for easier beading. So gonna get our tape, cut it just enough to wrap around the end of the string, and then you're gonna take it up just like that, and then wrap it around once and a few more times. Alright, so once you have this straight and pointy end of the string, you're gonna put in our beads in there. I have a lot of colors, but I think for today I'm gonna go with blue, green and yellow because it feels like a very calming color and just the earthy tone of it. I really like blue color and green and yellow. So let's do that. Let's pick out our colors. We have some blue, green and yellow. Yeah, I think that's enough. And since our beads are made of wood, it might not have a smooth finish as the plastic ones do, but we can easily do that by just having the scissors and scrape it on the sides to make it smoother, so the strings can go in smoothly to the beads. Alright, so we have our beads cleaned up and our hands too. Bit of sawdust in the table, but that's okay. You can always clean it up later. What's craft without a mess, right? So yeah, we have our strings and the taped end, and then we want to put on alternate colors onto the beads. You can start off with whichever color you want. I'll start off with blue, pull it along, and then wrap it around here, right across, and I would want to go, to go up here, but before I put it there, I'm going to put another bead so it can go on this string. So I'll take the green one, pull it in all the way to the section where I want it to be. So right there, and then I'm gonna go down, go across here, and I would want to give another bead, this time yellow. So wrap it around here and then go down this side and then put another color, it's blue, and then go and go for the last one here. Or should I put one more here? I think that'll be great too. Yep. Okay, so I put one here for the green one, and go one more here for the yellow one, our last bead for the night. You can make it as full as you want it to be, or you can make it just like this, and it's really nice enough to catch all the battery. Okay, so now once we're happy with how it looks like, you're gonna want to tie off the end here. Make sure to make another double knot so it won't go loose when you hang it later. One knot and another one. Okay, perfect. Now I'm gonna cut off the excess string, just like that. And there you have it. This is gonna be our net for the Dreamcatcher. And then next up, we're gonna do our feathers. For the feathers, we're gonna cut out little pieces of paper. I'm gonna put on 3 dangling feathers down there. So I'm gonna have 3 of them, stuck it together, and then I'm going to fold it in half. Alright, once we fold it in half, you might want to draw the shape first. So this is going to be the stalk for the feathers, and it goes a bit straight up there, and it goes all the way down there to the pointy edge of the feather. If you're happy with the shape, you can go ahead and start cutting them up. So you cut this part of the paper. That side. Alright. So once you're done cutting it, when you open it up, it will look something like this. Next step is we're going to cut off the sides, so it will look like a real feathers. So now you might want to do it one by one, because we're going to cut off like really little strips, and if you do it together, all 3 of them, it might go a bit here and there. So yeah, I'm going to go down like this, cut off the strips. Don't cut it all the way. So alright, so once you have it cut out from the sides, for me, I'd like to make it not so perfect, because no feathers looks perfect. So I'm just gonna cut off straight around the lower part of it, so it looks like it has a bit of loose feathers at the, so it looks a little bit like this. There you go. And then what I like to do with my feathers is to curl them at the sides. So I curled it out like this, so it looks more natural and looks like a real feathers. And I like to do it with putting the scissors underneath the paper and just roll it out just like that. There you go, one feather is done. You're gonna want to do the same thing with the other 2. So once you get your all 3 feathers cut out, you can just use them as is, or if you want to do it like me, you can get a watercolor and paint the sides of it, so it looks like more vibrant. So since we're using blue, green and yellow beads, I'm going to paint them with that color. So I'm mixing blue paint, green paint, and yellow paint. You can decorate it whatever you want it to be. You can color it with colored pencil, but do that before you're cutting them, because it's going to be hard coloring it with colored pencil. And for me, I like to do it with watercolor. So once you're happy with your color mixture, you can just go ahead and color in your feathers. I'll start off with the blue color. on to the green color. And the yellow one for the end of the feather. There you go. You can just fold it in half to make it get the shape of the feather and put it in the side for it to get dry. Fold it in half. That. Put it on the side. Fold it in half. And put it aside. So while waiting for our feathers to get dry, we're gonna cut up some strings for the dangling feathers. So it's up to you how many feathers you want it to be on your Dreamcatcher. But I like to put on 3, so maybe one on this side, one on here, and one at the other end. And I'm going to make it in different length. But for now, I'm just going to cut my string to the same length, and then we'll decide later on how long we want it to be. So now what we're going to do is to tape off the end of our strings, so it will be easier to put in the beads just like before. So once you get your strings end taped up, we're going to find the side that you want it to dangle from. I like it to be this way. Yep. So now I'm going to tie up my dangling string at one end. Make sure you make double knot so it won't go loose once we hang it. That's 2, and then you're gonna want to cut off the excess and get your taped up end to get the beads in. So I'm going to put blue, green, yellow, and then back again with green, and blue again. And then you will want to measure the length of your dangling feather. I like it to be this length. So once I'm happy with the length, I'm gonna get one of my beautifully hand painted feathers and tie it around the end. So it goes down, over, and in. There you go. Alright, then gonna cut off the excess. Because if we just tie the feather up, I don't think it will be strong enough. So we're gonna strengthen it with the tape too. So fold it over, get your tape ready, and then fold it in. And rolled it in. And there you go. One feather already hung up. Now we just need to do the rest of the feathers. So what we're going to do next is to find the top part of our Dreamcatcher, and we're going to put a string onto it for it to hang up later. So I got some excess from the dangling feather. I'm going to use that. I'm going to make a loop and put the string through it, and then pull it out nice and strong, and then cut off the excess. And what you want to do now is to put it underneath the top part and then make it go inside the string itself, and pull it out nice and gently. So there you have it, our very own handmade popsicle stick dream catcher. If you're going to make it your own, don't forget to upload and tag me on Instagram. I will put the link down below. I would love to see your creation on it. You can put it in your bedroom, maybe above your headboard, or maybe by the window where it catches the sunlight. I think this will be a really great decoration for your room. See you again on our next arts and craft videos. Bye!